People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
All right. This week has been flown by.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
We had a show in Northern Virginia. Natalie is back.
That was my first show back. It was in Northern Virginia at that school. They do an end of year thing, and it's kind of like the birthday kids that have summer birthdays. They bring in the magician because they can't celebrate their birthdays at school.
But it's not just for them. It's an end of year celebration for the whole school, right?
I guess so, but I think it started out that way.
For the birthday kids?
Years upon years ago. Yeah, it was
Really?
for the summer birthday kids.
This is a show that we have been doing, and we found out this time. Natalie's like, what?
No.
Wow.
Crazy.
We've been doing that show for over 20 years.
Yep, because we went there the year that we got married.
We had been going there.
We had been going there for
years.
I don't know how many years. But at the year we got married, we had that show like the Tuesday or Wednesday or something, or maybe it was Tuesday and Wednesday, before the Saturday of our wedding. And I told Wes, you have to do everything with the bunny rabbit, just in case. Like, how often do you get scratched by the bunny rabbit? Not that often. But in case...
Godzilla over here was paranoid.
In case something weird happened, I didn't want to have scratches on my arms for my wedding and my wedding photos. I wasn't going to touch the bunny.
18 years later, it'd be really easy for the photographer to fix that in post. But back then, the technology wasn't there, and it would have cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, so I just didn't touch the bunny, which is kind of funny thinking about it, but whatever. Yeah, we've been going there for a really long, long time.
Lana, in technology talk, our first promo video we did was $8,000.
Isn't that crazy?
And now I make them myself.
Now you can just do it yourself. And that was right before we got married too, because we used one of those photos as our save the date card.
Yeah.
And we sent everybody save the date for our wedding card.
We did a photo shoot and a promo video. Yeah.
You would send a save the date, and then you would send an invitation.
You've seen the picture, Lana, because we're tied with a 100-foot of rope.
It's in the van.
And it says
visor.
And it says
I've seen it's also
we're tying the knot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like an invitation.
No, that was the
save the date. Put on your calendar because we're getting married this day.
Put that.
And we're gonna send you an invitation in a little bit. That's just what you did.
I guess you should.
18 years ago, back when we got married, 18 years ago. That's what you did. No, you sent a save the date card to everybody, and then you sent an invitation. And then they would send you back an RSVP. So you would send. It was all timed out. It was like you would send a save the date a year out, and then you'd send the invitation 6 months out.
This was a conspiracy.
Have all the RSVPs back.
This was a conspiracy started by the U.S. Postal Service and Hallmark cards. So they both made lots of money, triple the money they used to make.
Right. So anyway, we've been going to that show for years upon years upon years. This year, it was my first show back since getting out of the hospital. Okay, we are on the road. We're doing pretty good. Kids woke up pretty easy, thank goodness, but we had to get up at 5:15 this morning so we could leave by 6:30 because we're going to Northern Virginia and have to be there at 9:30 to do a show. So, and this is my first show back. Maybe I should have just said, I need one more show off.
Glad you got up. I need somebody to keep me awake.
Oh man. I'm not comfortable in this chair, but we are heading up. It is 7:30, almost 7:30 now, so we still have a couple more hours on the road till we get there. And it went fairly well. I paid for it later. Every show I've done since, I'm fine at the show. I pay for it later with pain.
But it's a school show.
Which is much better than it used to be. But yeah, it was
We had to get there at 9:30 a.m., which meant we had to get up at...
We left the house by 6:30.
So we had to get up at
5:15. Hour and 15 to get out the house and Everybody dressed and out the house.
And the boys slept all the way there, and they still weren't quite right at the show. Like, they were still a little groggy.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to try to work on a new trick, at least try to get it in.
Okay, we made it to the show. Oh, I better be quieter. Boys had fallen asleep 5 minutes before we got here. So, I might just let them sleep till we're all loaded in and set up for the show. Wes has got to change. I'm all changed. Lana's all changed.
I want to try a new trick today in the show. We've only rehearsed it once.
No.
But this is a show we do every single year. And if it fails, it's the boys failing. It's not.
Okay, Bonnie.
I think
They got up so early they barely had any sleep. I don't know that they're going to do it. Or
go
remember it.
We can go over it one more time before the show starts.
Oh, jeez.
Honey, we got to break them in at some point.
I get that, but they've only rehearsed it once, and I don't want to set them up to feel like they're failures.
I don't think it'll be a failure. It'd be like, all right, well, they did get up at 5 this morning. It's twin telepathy. So they did get up at 5 this morning.
I don't agree with this at all. But anyway, whatever. We're here. They're asleep. Let's go.
Natalie said, that's not going to work. I said, no, they'll do it. But they were so tired and so just... When they get tired, they get like me. Like when I get tired, they get a little cranky.
Little boy tired.
Yeah, they get cranky. And they would not do the magic trick.
Nope.
We have a new trick in my show that I want to put in. We've rehearsed it a couple times now.
Once. We've rehearsed it once.
And it's twin telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
So one sees an object or whatever, and the other one has his eyes closed, turned his back to him, and he goes over there and points to whichever one the audience picked for that boy to look at. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it will be, but we just have to practice it first and practice it when they're fully awake.
Yeah.
Maybe we could practice it a couple times tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have time. And
okay.
Tomorrow's a lax day. It's office working. I mean, you know.
Magic show started. Lana and their boys are back here, hanging out, chilling. Dad's doing the show.
Right here. I think this would be awesome. All right, the show's over. We weren't able to do the trick, just like Natalie said, because he was just all over the place. They're so tired. They're so
want to do it.
yeah, but they're so tired too. We had to get up at 5:15.
Yeah.
And they only slept 5 minutes till we got here, and now they're just hanging out in the corner, doing nothing, just hanging out. But show's over. We weren't able to do the new trick, but everything else was great. So we'll work on it. We'll get it in.
But here's the thing.
No shows.
After the show, Lana said, I got to go to the bathroom. And she just disappeared. And I'm talking to the lady, and I look over, and my boys are in 2 little cars riding. And I'm like, I am so sorry.
They use their little feet to move, and they're in there. Yeah.
Like little preschooler cars.
Uh-huh.
And I told the lady, I am so sorry. And she said, no, they were eyeballing them, and I told them they could get in them.
She said they asked.
Oh,
she
good.
said they went up to her and asked, and she said, if you can fit in there, go for it. And they squeezed, because they were a little bit big for it, but they squeezed themselves in the stars.
They're 5, but they're way tall for their age. And these things are like for 3-year-olds.
I think, and we took pictures, but I do believe that's on your phone.
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
They
but
did
it's-
with like
yeah.
their heels and stuff. Like some kids were on their tippy toes when they were moving their.
Oh, their
toes
legs were
and
out
they
front
were
in front of the car. It wasn't even.
They were
underneath,
using their heels.
But they loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Look, we look over, and what have our boys done? They have turned into policemen. Did you tell them thank you for letting you use their cars? I hope so. That was very nice of them. You two are so silly.
So Natalie had been in the hospital, been out of commission for a month. Before she went in the hospital, the boys needed a haircut.
They did. It was coming up on haircut time before I went in the hospital. But I couldn't do it when I got home from the hospital. And a week after I got home from the hospital was her ballet recital. And I could barely stand long enough to put her hair up in a bun. And so
We took them to church. She put hair gel in them. And it looked like a comb over because it was getting so long. And it was
said they
thick
looked
and
like-
stuck.
they said they looked like sleazy
Car salesman.
used car salesmen.
But it's
Completely.
night and day difference when you cut their hair.
Yeah. Yeah. So I gave him a haircut and it was like a wig was in our trash can. That's how much hair came out. But they're doing a lot better now with me cutting their hair. But yeah, they look better now.
And tell
And
everybody how you get them to sit
older.
still.
They look so much old. You give them a haircut, and so all of a sudden they just look older. I'm like, they're like little men instead of little boys. But yeah, so we set them up at the end of the island in the kitchen, put them on a stool, and iPad with cartoons that they enjoy, and a pile of Skittles in front of them to distract them, so they're not going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Which I still have a little bit of, but especially for the first swipe up, both of them go, "Huh?" And put their shoulders to their ears. I'm like, relax your shoulders. And by the time they start get distracted by eating Skittles and watching cartoons, they're totally fine. So.
And then I cut the girl's hair.
Yep.
I cut like, I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches off of Lana.
I would say like 5 inches.
5.
5 inches off
She
of
said
Lana.
short. Look at this. She said short.
She said
short.
Look how long it is. And nobody at church noticed today, did they? Not a word was said. Yeah, I think she got about 5 inches off, and what was mine, like 3 or 4?
Yours was a lot less than hers.
Yeah, I think mine was like 3, probably. But yeah, so now mine's, you can see the thickness down to here. It's still a little thinner down here, but it's much better than
her hair. Natalie's hair got messed up when she was in the hospital the first time. Like,
yeah.
You had hair loss.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It just started falling out in like chunks and handfuls. Luckily, I didn't have any bald spots, but I think the thickness went down to like I had half, and I have really, really thick hair. And like so thick, like those clips that people put, like they twist their hair up and put a clip in. If I tried to do that, the clip just breaks. Even the ones that they say, oh, this is for thick hair. No, it broke right in half. And I lost at least half my hair. And so yeah, but it's come back slowly but surely. You can still see it's still growing because I have these little bits that won't stay in the braid still. But that's okay. I don't mind.
You're alive.
I'm alive, and it's made a comeback. Not fully, but good enough. So
on social media, we're getting all these cat videos now. You share one cat video with Lana because it's her cats, or I'll share a funny cat video with Natalie, and then I keep getting cat videos. And now that she's seen the cat video that I shared with her, they're sending it to her.
Yeah.
And we're getting overwhelmed with cat videos. We just got new cats at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I saw a video because the cats are everywhere. The cats are on top of our fridge. They're on top of the cabinets above the stove. How are they getting up there? They're jumping on the counter. They're jumping on the fridge, and then jumping on the Wow.
Coffee maker.
On the coffee
And
maker,
they're
which is
not
across the
supposed
room.
to be on top of counters or tables. They can sit anything else, chairs, windowsills, whatever. I don't care. Just not on my counters or my table.
So they got in the fridge.
So they do it until they see you, and then they see you and they're like, "Oops," and get down.
Oh, I forgot, Mom.
Yeah.
So I made up a puzzle box, something to keep them entertained, and had a big box, tied all kinds of ribbon and string in it, and they're supposed to reach their hands in the bottom. They can see what's in there, and they reach their hands and their paws in the bottom and scoop stuff out and play with it inside the box. Not our cats. Our cats saw it and forced their heads through the string to get the treats, and forced their head, and then they were getting stuck in the box.
Yeah, and turning the box over their heads in it so they can wiggle out. Good gosh, cat. That's not how it works.
Over.
But you also made the
And then
treat
they
one.
knock the whole box over,
Right.
and then all the treats are on the ground because they fall through the thread.
Yeah. But you made them another one too.
It was a
Plastic
screw top
container.
container.
Yeah.
Drilled a hole in it, drilled fat holes in it, put treats in it. They're supposed to rattle it and bat it around, and treats fall out.
They love that one.
Yeah.
They do good with that one.
Well, they didn't get stuck in it.
Well,
The holes weren't big enough.
Yeah, luckily they can't. Yeah.
But yeah, these cats are a mess, man.
It's a loud toy.
But they liked their new cat toys
Yeah. Yeah.
that their daddy made them. That the dad that says he doesn't like the cats half the time, he spent time making toys for them.
I'm trying to not get them to break my stuff. They're not allowed in my magic room, but don't break my stuff. Get off my tables. Do this. I'll lock you in this box here. Get in this box and have fun with your toys. Another thing, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a movie makeup special effects artist. So on my social media posts, I get all the special effects stuff. And I saw a guy that was making a pretend rock. He made cardboard and then put foam on it, painted it, made a pretend rock. then the same guy made like a mask, and it was spray foam, and you're able to sculpt it and create stuff with it. And I was like, wow. But then people are making like gigantic pumpkins and different things. And I'm like, you know what? Lana's homeschool art class, this would be a great project. It was going to be a project I was going to do with her, but she just took it and ran. She says, I know how to sculpt. I showed her the video once and she took off. Now, my rock does have a west wing on it, which is hilarious.
Yeah, the rock went from being like supposed to be this big to like this big.
No.
But it's
rock.
this big,
And it
has an addition on the side.
And it has detail. I mean, it's got little details and little hunks and little pieces. Yep. She's so she's only gotten the cardboard frame done. But it's a good detailed rock so far.
But the cardboard frame was like 5 hours.
Yeah, all of yesterday.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing. We have a sewage pipe in our backyard, I guess is what you call that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told Natalie when we first moved in, it's just a big white pipe sticking in our backyard.
Like right in the middle of the backyard.
Let's go to Amazon and get one of those fake rocks and just put on top. It'll look better, I think. And
We never did.
we're 8 years in this house now. And I saw that and I'm like, Lana, that'll be our first, before we make masks and Halloween decorations,
Let's practice with a
let's
rock.
make this big rock.
Yeah.
Because you can't mess up a rock, can you?
Yes. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a rock.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different
Yeah.
shaped rocks.
Right.
So we'll let you know how that's going. But
Yeah.
that's our homeschool art project, and then Lana took it over. So
The tube is like this big, okay?
I'll help when you have questions. But she's doing really good
Maybe
so
be
far.
there with her for the first spray foam part.
Yeah.
Please. Please, she says.
Lana did her musical theater where she directed,
Mm-hmm.
and she directed part of Annie.
Mm-hmm. So they did scenes from Annie. So her musical theater class doesn't do a whole play, but they pick and choose different scenes from different plays. And this time it was Annie. And they had a lot of repeat students. So the teacher was like, so I think you guys should each choose a scene to direct. And so Lana directed a scene, but she also choreographed a song. And I was really proud of her. And you know what they got accomplished in was only 7 weeks, and the 7th week was the performance. So they really only had 6 weeks to do this, and that's a lot to do in 6 weeks. The class is usually longer; it's like 10 weeks or something. So I mean, they did great.
And for their scenes, they get to pick their characters they wanted in their play from
Yeah.
the cast.
They
A couple of the
casted
kids
it.
picked the teacher.
Yeah, I feel like that was cheating a little, but that's okay.
They were both Miss Hannigan though, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so, but still. And it was, there's the scene where Miss Hannigan sang the whole time. So I have a feeling that they didn't want to put that on one of their classmates. So they're just like, you do it, Miss Nicole.
Little girls, everywhere I turn, I can see them.
But it turned out really good. And
Yeah,
the cool
yeah.
thing was that when they directed, their name was projected on the back of the wall. This portion directed by Lana.
Yeah.
That was neat.
I wish they had put that up during the song that she choreographed, but I knew which song she did. So I knew she had choreographed that song.
But the scene that she did.
Set her name up there for directing.
Yeah.
I like to
And
surprise
it was
you.
the song that was right afterwards.
Yep,
So.
yep.
But yeah, they did a great job.
Welcome back to another one of America's favorite radio program, the Oxygen Hour of Smiles, starring your host, Bert Healy. And good evening, Oliver Warbucks and Annie. Thank you, Mr. Healy.
Be awake, ain't she? How about I make a pancake out of you? Oh my goodness, now they're fighting. Now I won't get no sleep all night.
Hi, dog. Yeah, go back to sleep. It's alright, Annie's here.
Mama, Annie.
It was only a dream, honey. Now you gotta go back to sleep. Again? Please take care of our little darling. Her name is Annie.
She was born on October 28th. We'll be back to get her soon.
We have left half of a silver locket around her neck and kept the other half. So then when we come back for her, you'll know she's our baby.
Oh my goodness, now they're laughing.
All right, do you want to sleep with your teeth inside your mouth or out?
And Lana had a little bit of a solo in there, and she sounded really good. And she had lots of speaking parts, and yeah, it was good.
Not my own scene.
Good
I didn't
job.
give myself a solo in my own scene. That was fun.
Yeah, well, you weren't supposed to be in your own scene, right?
So in the first week, she said the only rule for the directing thing is you cannot cast yourself in it.
Uh-huh.
And then next week, she was like, "Are you going to cast yourself in it?"
Oh, so she changed the rules.
It is a small cast.
Never.
That's okay.
It is a small cast.
Yeah.
So I think only me and like 2 other people didn't cast themselves in the thing, and everyone else casted themselves.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Because they're like, "Oh, never mind."
So yesterday we had a show, and it was an end of the year school show,
Mm-hmm.
and it was early in the morning.
We had to leave by 9:30, so not too crazy early. We had to be there at 10:30. It was only an hour away. Start the show at 11.
Consider my kids don't usually get up till 10. She doesn't get downstairs till 1 p.m.
Right.
It was early in the morning.
Early in the morning for them, but we got all ready. Everything's packed. I had taken everything to the RV, and I was getting the boys up. I had brushed their teeth. I had one kid changed, and Wes comes in the house and goes, "Natalie, never mind. They're not going. We're going to have to switch the show over." What? The RV won't start. What? So
I didn't think we had time to jump it and do all this stuff. We could just throw everything in Natalie's car, leave the kids at home, and go. We had to go.
I mean, luckily we had,
Extra
we
time.
still had, 20 minutes before we had to be out the door. So I ran downstairs. She was actually ahead of schedule. So she's like, "Mom, I'll get the other kid dressed." I was like, "Thank you," just in case. And so we jumped the RV with my car, and it turned on and it worked. And so that was good. And so we didn't have to switch anything over. But we were like, "Oh dear, what if it doesn't start at the show?" But it did. It all worked out fine.
All right, it is 10:50. Our show starts in 10 minutes. We just got loaded in. Small show today. I think it's a first grade end of year celebration.
You gonna say what happened before we even got to leave the house?
What happened?
The RV wouldn't start. We had to jump it.
Isn't that
Wes
crazy?
was afraid we were gonna have to move everything over.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know. But we jumped in, we got here. So we got 10 minutes. I'm gonna stop recording and start loading in. Here we
Now
go.
just pray it starts when we leave.
Well, we have that jumper box thing. That'll work.
I'm just saying.
But if it does it twice, then that means we need a new battery. Yep. Here we go.
And we got gas on the way home, had to turn it off. It started again. And
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened either. I don't know why. I don't know. It was just one of those random things.
It might be that I left something plugged in to the front ignition
Yeah.
ports when you were gone for a month.
Did you see something plugged in? And
No, but
unplugged
you
it
told me
when
I have to unplug that stuff
Yeah, you
up there.
do for that.
But not in your car. Your car
Not my
turns off.
car.
So it
And
might
that
be all my
for some
fault.
reason
I have
it's
no
good.
idea.
Yeah, it stays on. So
Yeah.
And the RV's newer, so you'd think it would turn it off. It doesn't.
Having cool vehicles is fun, but the RV didn't start this morning because battery issues, I guess.
It started after the show, fine.
Started after the show, and it
At
started
gas
at the
station.
gas station. So I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie said, "Go try the Magic van," because we haven't driven that in 6 months because
Because we were waiting to get antique tags.
And anyway, I
Yeah.
went to turn that on. It won't turn over. So I
So we
guess
need
I
to
need to jump it,
jump it.
hopefully. But it's been 6 months sitting there. So now we're going to go get antique tags for my old Magic van. My motorcycle still needs to be fixed.
Yeah. We're taking my car in later this week for an oil change, and the passenger side windshield wiper decided not to work. So we had to take this car in, but they can't take us till Thursday, so we're dropping it off Wednesday night. Yeah, and the RV, we have one light, one of the running lights is out, so we got to order that. And my uncle said he'd help fix that.
But the
then
mechanic
we need
says
to-
that they don't make those for the RVs anymore.
So we
that
got to
you-
figure out what to order.
And is it going to be the same? Is it going to match? I
Yeah.
don't know. Cars,
And then we
You
got
know
to
what?
take that
I
in
like
for
'em.
an oil change. And
I like them, but golly, this is a
a
pain
lot
in the
of
butt.
upkeep.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yep. But
You
hey,
need a service just to come to your house, pick up your car, and service it every 3 months. That would be nice.
I bet there's rich people that have that service. I bet they have that.
You got money, do
But
it.
you got to be, you know, higher on the hog than what we sit.
It's just going to DMV and sitting in there and trying to figure it out.
Yep.
And then
So,
going to drop off your car to
we're
get it
off
worked
to
on the next
DMV
day.
now. Oh, the joys.
It's always good. We just got back from a show. Now we got to go out and do not fun stuff. Adulting's not fun.
No, it's not always fun. Certain things about it are fun, but not everything. By far.
And then we're like, all right, well, Natalie has to get her car in. Her right windshield wiper just stopped working. I was doing a wedding, and I guess you were homesick at that point. You were homesick. And I was doing a wedding, and it's pouring down rain. And the right wiper just started going, just start slapping real hard. And then it just stopped. But the left one goes across, I'd say 70% of the window, the driver's side, goes across like 70% of the window. And it's fine. And they were in beat, but that one was slapping hard.
Something happened.
And then it just stopped.
Yeah.
I think the motor's gone in it. I don't know mechanical stuff. I guess the motor's gone in it.
Yeah.
So she needed an oil change anyway.
Yeah.
And Natalie said,
that
this
fixed.
is embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's been raining all week.
So embarrassing. We're driving around. And I'm like, I'm sure a cop could pull you over for, I'm assuming, for only having one wiper working. I would assume. But also, it's just very, oh my. Like, just you're riding down the road with one windshield wiper going. It's just like, yeah.
And then my Magic Van, it is at a point where it was at the time of inspection. I can get it inspected, but if I wait till January,
No. Yeah. Until
no, you have to wait till it was made or something. You have to wait till 20 years till it was made. That's why we waited.
Yeah, that's why we waited till January, because now it's 25 years old. It has to be 25.
Right.
It's a 2000.
So why are we waiting
So you
till
had to
May?
wait because that's when the registration was due, and I thought I could do it online.
Oh.
And I was like, well, the registration's. And plus, you didn't say anything, and I guess we didn't think about it. I don't know. But yeah, registration was due by the end of May, and I thought I could do it online, but I couldn't do it online.
So my Magic Van's just been sitting over there. We've been taking her car to shows, other RV to shows. My Magic Van's just been sitting. We have a little, I don't know what you call it, like in the woods, like across the driveway, but like
Just a little spot that you can
park a car in.
like a
But
little
I'm
alcove.
parking
Yeah.
an alcove, but I'm parking like on leaves.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
I think the old
looks
owners
like
used
they
to park
used
a
to
boat
park
here or
Something. Yeah. Looks like a place they used to park something here.
And our trailer or a boat over there. So it fits my RV fine, my van, but it's been sitting there since January.
Yeah.
I've turned it on like once since January. And I'm like, I don't even know if it'll start. I go over there. This is all the same day. Her wiper's doing this.
Yeah, well, when we got home from the show with the RV, we had already made an appointment for my car to go in, and I told him, let's just go to DMV and get this taken care of, get antique tags, because then you don't have to pass inspection, and it has kind of more of a cosmetic thing underneath that will fail inspection, but has nothing to do with how the van runs. And so we don't have to get that fixed now. It's not needed. It's it's not a mechanical issue. We probably won't lug anything heavy with the van, like trailer wise.
Yeah, they said we have rust underneath that wouldn't pass inspection.
And so they want it welded, and nobody wants to touch it because it's near the
gas
tank.
tank. Yeah.
And so, so they were like, nobody's gonna weld that. It's too close to the gas tank, so you might as well just get rid of your van. And we were like, well, you don't want to get rid of it because you can use it for other stuff, you know. But so we won't lug a trailer with it or anything like that, but it'll work fine.
Well, I can pick you up from the from the mechanics, and that can be a car for that. And
right.
Odds and ends, little tiny trips.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I get home and we're doing all that. We got antique tags. I put the antique tags on it. I said, all right, let me go start the Magic Van. It won't start.
I wouldn't even try to not.
You heard it. You heard it. So I jumped that one. I have a little jumper set that I can bring out to the car. I jumped it. It ran fine. I took it up and down the neighborhood with my antique tags. It ran fine. Today, I go to take her car in, and we're driving it down the road.
Yeah.
Everything was great. She said, I can't keep up with you, Wes. I said,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I was just making sure I got all the bugs out of it. If it had leaves stuck underneath of it from being parked over in the mulch, I was getting all the gunk off the tires and everything. And on the way home, in between 50, 55, there's going blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I think I need alignment.
Something.
But it did it a couple times. But then it stopped. Then it stopped completely.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, okay, well, when we get my car out of the shop, we'll put the van in and we'll tell them this. And part of me is thinking they'll take it out and not experience it and be like, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, but it needs an oil change too anyway, so they can at least look.
Adulting, man. It's always
Yes.
something. It's always something. Yeah.
There's always upkeep of something.
But anyway,
List is long.
we were going to that show for that end of the year celebration, and the RV didn't start, but it did. We got there. Everything was great. The kids got in. The show was great. The show was
great.
fun.
Yeah, show was fun. They had a nice stage, and so we used the stage, and the kids sat in the wing of the stage, and they have these little, we call them phones, but they're not phones. They're like toys, and anyway, they call them phones. And Lex opened up his camera. Couldn't think of the word. His camera, and he started taking pictures back behind of his dad doing the magic show, which I thought was really cute. They're a little blurry, but that is the start of a photographer right there.
It's just
and then he was just
phone.
going around taking pictures of everybody after the show and just smile. And then he took a picture of you just standing there chit-chatting with your friends afterwards that you had gone to school with. Took a picture of each of the good friends.
Picture of me too.
I had a buddy.
Yeah,
I had a
I was
buddy.
just
He had a
having
kid
fun.
going to that school that I went to school with, and he hadn't seen me in a long time. We shared the same birthday. We sat together preschool, like when you get off the bus and you just wait until the first class starts or whatever.
Mhm.
We'd hang out together. We'd have lunch together. I mean, we hung out a lot. We never
Yeah.
had classes together, but we hung out a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was fun catching up with him, and he was asking about Fool Us and asking about homeschooling and
Yeah.
being on the road and how does that work. And I'm like, you got to check out the vlog. The vlog kind of fills you in on all that. So
Yeah.
that's this week. That wraps up everything. We have several shows this weekend.
Yes, we do.
It's almost summertime, so things are starting to really ramp up. So I think the only thing we have left to say is see you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.